Bishop trying to get that through to Kramer. Kramer wins it well, takes it off the feet there of Kyla Kerr. Tanita now. Doesn't quite get the connection on that she was hoping for. And a long ball over the top there and just offside on Maya Smith. And I believe we are now back live with the stream. Not sure how much of this will go up with the commentary, how much of it won't, but just to fill everyone in, if you are just joining us, 19th minute here at Swangard Stadium, still scoreless between TSS and Langley. TSS have made most of the run-in in the early going. For those of you that are just joining us, I'll give you the teams quickly once again. For Langley, in goal, number 43, Sophia Piperni. Number 3, Simona Moschetti. Number 5, Simran Lally. Number 8, Yasmina Enadam. Number 9, Cameron Strain. Number 11, Kenzie Fitzgerald. Number 12, Alyssa Clark. Number 15, Kyla Kerr. Number 16, Jaden Jackson. Number 19, Kira Scott. And number 23, Ava Temple. For TSS in goal, number 30, Joanna Rathka. Number 5, Maya Bandy. Number 7, Claire Yee. Number 8, Sophia Ferrimo. Number 11, Sophia Kramer. Number 12, Katie Bishop. Number 13, Ruby Chevalier. Number 16, Maya Smith. Number 17, Sophie Campbell. Number 19, Amanda Scott. And number 22, Abigail Tanida. Free kick for TSS just inside the Langley half. Bandy takes it, gets it back. But Ferrimo gets that one taken off her feet, but Rovers break it up once again, and it goes all the way back to Joanna Rathka, making her Rovers and her BCPL debut this evening. Lally gets some space, but closed down very quickly by Campbell. And that brings up the first corner of the evening for the visitors. Everyone back defending this for TSS. Langley not looking to overcommit as the corner comes in. It's a good one. It's headed clear. Just takes an unfortunate bounce that takes it away there from Jaden Jackson. And now a quick breakaway counter-attack as Smith tries to play that through to Claire Yee. That through ball to Yee has been the MO for TSS through the first 20-odd minutes here. Hasn't come off just yet. And the one time she did get on the end of it had just strayed offside. Rovers trying to keep the pressure on. Turned over there, and a chance now for Langley for a quick counter off their own. Chasing it down superbly is Kira Scott. Did everything right apart from the final ball there. Scott, one of the standout players for the SFU Red Leafs these past couple of seasons, with Evolution last year in the BCPL. Lally sends it into the edge of the box, takes a turn off the spin, and Maya Smith could have gone anywhere but runs in to Rovers keeper Rathka. Rovers almost playing themselves into trouble at the back there as we move past the midway point of the first half. Oh, that's a lovely through ball. Flag stays down and the Rovers off the post. I was away to say have the opening goal, and it should have been the opening goal. But Sophia Piperny came out quickly, narrowed the angle, and a chance goes a-begging for TSS and for Sophia Kramer. Closest either team have come in the first 24 minutes. Rovers, though, getting closer and closer. You feel that opening goal is coming. Chevalier doesn't quite get the connection she wanted, but Farima picks up the loose ball. Smith running onto this. Piperny quickly off her line. Superb goalkeeping from Sophia Piperny. And Maya Smith down in a heap from the challenge there. She looks good, maybe just a little bit winded there, but excellent goalkeeping from Piperny. You thought Smith was just going to chip there, but Piperny just listed at 5'9". She certainly looks a little bigger out there, more commanding in her box, and some fantastic quick anticipation play in the last couple of minutes from Piperny. Keeps this one still scoreless, 26 minutes in. Enidam spins away from the challenge, tries to get it forward to Strain. Strain still battling away there. Rovers get it clear. Tanida and Chevalier have been linking up on that left-hand side, but Tanida gets her pocket picked there from Alyssa Clark. Tanida looking it through to Yi, who was offside, still is offside, and gives up the chase there as the ball runs through once again to Piperny. Oh, and hesitation at the back, and it's punished, and Langley have the lead. And I think it's Alyssa Clark with the final touch. 27 minutes, and the Rovers have been wanting to play out of the back, and a couple of close calls already in this one. This one punished, and Langley get the breakthrough, and are leading 1-0 in this one. And Rovers, they've been the better team so far, haven't taken their chances. And Langley, very clinical rather, in front of goal. Just waiting for the confirmation. I'm pretty sure it was Alyssa Clark that scored there. Free kick now for TSS as they try to find their way back into this one. It's chipped forward, just too much on that, and that's going to skip away from Tanida and behind for a Langley goal kick. Kick out there from Paperney, just going into touch. TSS raising the tempo a little bit here. Clark with her second goal of the season for Langley. The difference between these two teams right now. Bishop chips that forward again for someone to run onto, and Kramer's doing her best to keep this in. And what hustle there from Sophia Kramer. That looked like a lost cause, but she keeps it in, and maybe that hustle is going to lead to something for TSS. I'd be bent over trying to get my wind back if I had made a run like Sophia Kramer did there. He tries to nip in, does take it away, but a couple of Rovers getting each other's way there. Enidam just muscled off the ball by Campbell. Bishop nutmegs her fellow number 12, Clark. Tanida through ball for Smith to try and run onto, and again, Paperney quickly off her line to smother the danger. Still a lot of time for the Rovers to get back into this. Just past the half-hour mark. And Tanida, she's looked very lively through this first half hour for TSS. The 22-year-old from West Kelowna. Graduate of the UBC Okanagan Heat programme. Once again, all just comes to nothing for TSS, and it's going to be out for a Langley goal kick. Paperney will just slow things down a little bit, take some pressure off her back line, and send this one long and hopefully into the TSS half. Doesn't quite reach there. It's flicked on now and does. And Tanida picks up the loose ball from Lally, powering forward here. Still Abigail Tanida. Lovely little touch inside, looking to play in Yee, but back, closing down and breaking it up once again, Kenzie Fitzgerald. Enidam, it's a long ball for Strain to try and chase down. Just putting on the speed to get to it. Campbell gets there first for the Rovers. Yee beats the offside, runs onto this. She's got Smith in the middle, needs to get some more numbers up there. Yee goes to the outside, hits the byline, cuts it back, falls in front for Kramer, off the left post, still bouncing about the box. The last touch deflecting off the foot of Smith. She didn't know much about it, but the ball goes into the arms of Piperny there. And another close call for Langley, but another one that they come away from unscathed. Bandy sends that out to the wing, just too much on that. Takes it away from Smith. Campbell will just go all the way back to her keeper. Oh, and it's won back by Langley. Scott looking for the ball through the middle. Just can't dig it out off the turf. It's broken up again by TSS. Campbell powering forward. She's had a very good first half out there, but that one just runs away from her. Enidam now sparks something for Langley. Clark with a touch to the outside to Scott. Comes back to the goal scorer, Alyssa Clark. And Yee breaks it up. And TSS will once again try and build out from the back here as we move into the last 10 minutes of the first half. Alyssa Clark's 28th minute goal, the difference between these two teams just now. And now, some space here for Chevalier to work with. Smith just can't get away from her marker there. Wins the throw-in though for TSS. Smith twisting, turning, keeping hold of the ball. But good recovery play from the Langley defence, and they get an important foot in that to put it out for another throw-in, which is quickly taken, but also then quickly given away and turned over by TSS. Free kick for Rovers. They send numbers forward here as it comes into the box. Looking for Kramer. Runs through everyone in the end. Comes out to the backs. Rovers keeping it alive. Another throw-in coming up for TSS. Kramer trying to bulldoze her way through there. Langley get it clear. Javali picks up the loose ball, gets her pocket picked though by Enidam. And that's a hopeful ball for Strain to try and chase down. Sorry, it wasn't Strain that was chasing that one down. That's Strain now trying to chase this one down. Scott tries to touch it into the inside, but Katie Bishop coming up with a big block. And it'll just run easily through for Rathga to pick that up. Lally now for Langley. Kerr Scott holding off the attention there from Tanida, keeping this alive, out to Kyla Kerr. Langley will try up the left wing now. Most of the success has been on this right-hand side in the first half. Clark tries to flick it on. Comes back out to Simran Lally. Good delivery into the box, and it just eludes the foot there of Alyssa Clark. She was almost in for her second of the evening and her third of the season there. Just couldn't get a connection. And it bounces past. Good little spell here from Langley to close out the first half. Campbell once again with a big tackle to get that one cleared. She's been superb through these first 40 minutes. And that last touch coming off the Langley player there. It's going to be out for a Rovers throw in deep in their own half. Enidam adjudged to have the last touch there. Tanida brings that down well, skips inside, sends that forward now. Can Smith win this? She does, puts it through to Yi, who's battling away to try and get the shot off. But that was really good defensive play once again from Kenzie Fitzgerald. Clearance doesn't go too far. It's a looping shot coming in, not on target because it takes a deflection on the way through. And we're going to get a corner here for TSS. Just over 2 minutes of the first half remaining here. Corner comes in, it's on to the head of Bandy, but she can't direct that onto goal, and it's just going to aimlessly go wide in the end for another Langley goal kick. We seem to have an impromptu race around the track here at Swangard. Some of the young girls here in attendance making their own entertainment as the first half comes to a close here. Tanida wins that back for TSS. Chevalier, nice little touch to the outside, makes room here. Sends the cross into the middle, loose ball comes to Kramer. Touch to her outside, plays it back now to Chevalier, who plays it in, looking once again for Claire Yee, but Peperney quickly off her line once again. How many times have we said that in the first half here this evening? Deals with the danger superbly. Peperney most definitely commanding her box through this first 45 minutes. And another opportunity comes to nothing. Just a minimum of a minute to get added on at the end of the first half here. Not the best kick out there from Peperney. Taneda gets onto that, but Langley get it clear. Clark can't bring it down. Smith, maybe one last chance here for the Rovers to go in on level terms. Yee gets to the ball. Her cross blocked and still bouncing around down by the corner flag. Now it is out, but it's out for a goal kick for Langley, and that is probably going to be the last action of the first half here. And indeed it is. Referee blows his halftime whistle. It's the visitors, Langley United, that hold the narrow 1-0 lead. Alyssa Clark in the 28th minute putting Langley ahead. What will the second half hold in store? Join us in 15 minutes to find out.
There's plenty of food and beverage choices. There's snacks and hot dogs at the concession on the concourse behind the grandstand. Make sure that as the sun has gone down, it's getting a little cooler. Buy yourself a TSS Rovers tube, the official merch tent down in the south end of the field. Just $15. Tubes are guaranteed to keep your head warm and your football takes hot. Grab one before they're gone. This year, the TSS Rovers introduced player sponsorships as a way for our supporters to provide vital financial support to help cover expenses such as player per diems, travel, medical costs throughout the BC Premier League season, but also to demonstrate their commitment to supporting local talent and fostering community engagement. If you'd like to learn more, visit the TSS Rovers BC Premier League website. One more time, I'd like to acknowledge following TSS Rovers partners for their generous support. Parallel 49 Brewing Company, proud partner and official beer of your TSS Rovers. Capelli Sport, the official kit supplier for your Rovers. Community Savings Credit Union, the official credit union of your TSS Rovers. Thank you to Hayden Diamondback, Total Therapy, Dapper Labs, McLean Harlan Wealth Management, Basket, and Total Soccer. Start for all the latest BC Premier League match updates, scores, stats, standings, and news updates. Make sure you download the new PSLC Matchday app for free from the Apple or Android app stores.
Welcome back to Swangard Stadium for the second half of our double header. It's TSS Langley in BCPL Women's Division action, and it's the visitors from Langley with the narrow 1-goal lead at half-time. Alyssa Clark with a 28th minute goal, and there's a double substitution for TSS. Head coach Dalibor Plavsic looking to try and switch things up here. Coming on for TSS, number 4, which I initially didn't see in what I'd written down here. Number 4, Kiki Armenta, and number 6, Shayla Phipps coming on. And Claire Yee, who is the liveliest player up front for TSS in that first half, one of the 2 players to make way. So we'll see what Armenta and Phipps can do. Armenta was second on TSS's MWSL team this past fall and winter season with 8 goals, behind Claire Yee with her 18. But it's Langley on the attack right away, and it's a delightful ball across the face of goal. No takers though, as Mesquiti now gets onto the end of that. That was a fantastic chance there for Langley to almost put this game to bed in the first minute of the second half. Langley starting on the front foot. Chelsea Hannison clearly looking to try and take the game to TSS and get what could be a critical second goal in this one. That ball to no one in particular up the wing there from Amanda Scott. Maya Smith, incidentally, the other player to make way. Maybe a little bit of a surprise. I thought Smith and Yee were the 2 most dangerous players from TSS in that first half, both making way at half-time. One back quickly there by Langley. On powering forward here, it's cut into the middle, looking for Strain. And it's poked away. This has been a very good start to the second half from the visitors. Armenta now gets that ball played up to her. Good fast-paced start to the second half from both teams here. A chance now if Armenta can keep this in. Gets to the byline, cuts it back in front of goal. And it just can't get directed home there by Kramer. Rovers have to settle for a throw-in, keeping the pressure on here. Scott looking for some movement. Just bounces away there from Cameron Strain. Swangardians behind the goal to our right, trying their best to encourage the Rovers to get back into this one. Langley win their first corner of the second half. Comes to the edge of the 6-yard box. No one can bring it down. Still bouncing about and eventually cleared not too far though. Still the pressure on and into the side netting. Langley knocking on the door here, looking for a second. Again, Langley trying to put the pressure on in the early stages of this second half. Rathke plays it out to Scott. She's immediately put under pressure and the shot comes in and it's a second off the match for Alyssa Clark and a third off the season for the Langley striker. And the visitors have a 2-goal lead here at Swangard. It's TSS Rovers 0, Langley 2. And for the second time this evening, TSS caught playing out of the back, punished heavily, and now 2 goals down, 52 minutes into this one. And once again, it's fantastic anticipatory play from Alyssa Clark, putting the pressure on that TSS defence, forcing the turnover. And the 21-year-old from Poco gets her brace for the evening and her third for the season. She only had 1 goal for Evolution in 2025, 1 goal for Burnaby in 2024, and now in her third season in the BCPL, she's turned into a goal-scoring machine. Here go Langley once again, and once again it's Clark. She's on a hat-trick. Scott now. Langley playing with a little bit of a swagger. They've got the 2-goal advantage. They can try and see if they can open TSS up a little bit here. Maybe Langley are going to be a dark horse in the race for the BCPL Women's Championship. They can hold on here. That will make them unbeaten through their first 3 games, 2 wins and a draw. And a long-range effort coming in, and it's well held there by Rathke. The shot coming in from Simona Meschiti. This is a very young Langley side as well, mentioned in the first half. So many of this team, 19 years and younger. Cross comes in, can't find a way through though to Armenta. Long range shot, well held again by Sophia Piperny. I mean, Piperny, for me, has probably been the best Langley player out there, and it's crazy saying that when you're looking at 2-go Alyssa Clark, who I'm sure will get a lot of the deserved plaudits as well. But Piperny's been excellent between the sticks as Langley push again here. TSS looking a little bit all at sea at times at the back. And another turnover there, straight to Mosquiti, who goes for goal, and it's plucked out of the air by Rathke. That through ball trying to play Kramer through. And anywhere will do with the clearance for Langley right now. Chelsea Hansen's going to be a very happy figure down on that Langley bench. TSS with a better team for the majority of the first half. Had their chances, just couldn't finish them, couldn't be clinical enough in front of goal. Langley, when it's mattered the most, have taken their opportunities. It does feel that the TSS attacks lost a little bit of its spark with Yee and Smith going off at half-time. Bishop brings that clearance down, but with the aid of a hand, I think, says the referee. Bandy forced to go sideways with the clearance there as the high press from Langley really putting this Rovers defence in a heap of trouble this evening. That low ball forward just not able to be kept in bounds. Couldn't get closed down there. Kramer, who's very fast. Saw a lot of her during her time at UBC. 3 years Sophia Kramer spent with the Thunderbirds. 2023 U Sports champion to crown off her college career. This is her 5th season in the BCPL. And her 2nd with TSS. Led the Rovers with 4 assists last year. And they could do with some of that offensive spark from Kramer to try and get themselves back into this one as the hour mark approaches here at Swangard Stadium. It's Langley with a 2-goal advantage. And another cheap free kick given up by TSS. Armenta first times it through the middle. There's a little stumble there by Kramer, but doesn't put her off too much. Kramer again. Last touch just comes off the Rover, and it's going to be out for a throw into Langley right down in by the corner flag. Langley struggling to get out their final third at the moment. Bishop for the Rovers, try to drive forward, but again gets past the first Langley player, can't get past the second. Mesquite can't stop that one from going out. A little poke there from Erin Bandel. And now maybe this is the chance for the Rovers, and indeed it's not, as the flag, it looked offside, but the flag stayed down. It was a late one going up. Eventually does, and just kind of sums up the Rovers' attack so far in the second half. Erin Bando, incidentally, coming on for Abigail Tanida in the 57th minute. Again, for me, Tanida was one of the more offensive pieces for TSS in that first half. So a lot of those sparks from the first half now off the field for TSS as they try to overturn this 2-goal deficit. It's one back by Langley. Strain trying to close this one down. Langley will settle for the corner. Keeps them where they want to be right now in the Rovers' half. Another throw in for Langley, looking for some movement. Oh, nice little flick inside there. The cross comes in looking for Mesquite, and she has a free header. Couldn't direct it on target and just well wide off the mark in the end. Megan Avery has come on for Langley United, wearing the number 7, adding a bit of experience as well to this young Langley side. The 36-year-old now from Abbotsford. It's a distinguished career. This is her 5th year in the BCPL, her first with Langley. A UFV Cascades alumni. Also played pro in the W League with the Highlanders. Avery coming on for Ciara Scott. Bandel goes to the outside, hits the byline, closed down well, can't get the cross in. Waiting in the middle were a couple of Rovers players, but great defensive play once again by this Langley side. Simran Lally with the big block. Bandel again. She's certainly brought a little bit of a spark since coming on. And Scott forced to go all the way back to her keeper, gets the ball back from Rathke. And running to try and keep that in there, Ruby Chevalier, and able to keep it in, and Langley once again get the ball back quite cheaply from a turnover by TSS. Rovers get it back though, and that takes a deflection which actually took some of the sting off it and fell lovely there for Armenta. Little give and go with Bandel. Armenta stretching to try and get on the end of that, but Kenzie Fitzgerald, who's been tremendous at the back, ushering that one behind. The pace of this one's certainly dipped. Langley in complete control, it feels, after that second goal. As Piperny comes out of her box, gets to that before Bandel can get on the end of it. And now a chance for Kramer, gets onto this through ball. Piperny off her line, is chipped by Kramer. And TSS are back in it in the 69th minute. A beautiful goal from Sophia Kramer. It's her second of the season. And she was sprung superbly there, stayed on side. Piperny came off her line to make it more difficult, but finishing with aplomb, and Sophia Kramer brings this game back to life. And the Swangardians dig out the smoke, and it's game back on here at Swangard Stadium. I was waxing lyrical about how good a player Kramer is, and now Piperny lost in the smoke down there as TSS suddenly have new-found rejuvenation. Piperny walking out of her box, I think, to get away from the smoke, maybe leaving herself susceptible to another little chip if she doesn't watch. And the smoke now is totally engulfing Piperni, but it's almost past her. She can get back into her box again. And you've got to say, this game needed that goal. It was kind of in a little bit of a lull. Now, it feels from nowhere that it's been blown wide open again. And it's TSS in the ascendancy. It was a nice ball through from Bandel, but just nobody there. Kiki Armenta would need a rocket, I think, to try and get on the end of that one. And Armenta tries the audacious attempt from about 40 yards out with Piperni off her line, but couldn't get it on target in the end. So we're going to get another Langley substitution now. Yasmina Enidam is the player that is going to make way, and coming on is number 21, Olivia Abreu. Abreu, another one of the young players that's come through Langley United system, also been with Fusion in her youth career. It's going to be a 2027 grad, so still at high school. Here come the Rovers again now with a spring in their step and the wind in their sails. And they thought they'd won a corner there, but the referee pointing for the goal kick instead. And you can feel the buzz and the anticipation around us at Swangard. They feel the comeback is very much on for TSS. Piperni getting closed down. Tell you, Erin Bandel, since she's come on, has really provided a bit of spark there. Stands out for a number of reasons on the pitch. I think she's the tallest player out there just now. Officially down as 5'11", looks taller from up here. It might just be that those around her are quite, she's given a few inches to them. But she's certainly stretching those long legs and causing some problems out there for this Langley defence since she's come on just before the hour mark. Bandel coming off her rookie season with Langara Falcons and Pac West. Got a couple of goals for them in her 9 appearances. 3 goals last year for TSS in her first year in the league. As one of these players that's come through the TSS Academy, there's a few of them on the men and the women's team. Homegrown talents, as with Langley United, so many players on their roster coming through LUSA. And Rovers keeping the pressure on here. Win the corner on the far side. 16 minutes and change remaining in this one. It's a good delivery. It's right on top of Piperni. She grabs it at the second attempt. Had a lot of traffic about her. And yeah, I think there was a foul on her in the process as she goes down a little bit winded after that challenge. The referee will just give her a few minutes to recover. And while she has a little break for that, we'll have a quick refreshment break up here in the booth. Peperney good to continue and takes the free kick. It's going to go straight back though to Rathka at the other end, and TSS will start once again. Armenta, Bandel making the run. It's for her to try and chase down Fitzgerald though. Under pressure here from two Rovers, gets the nice little touch though of Bandel, and Langley will get the throw in. They want to quickly take that. Thought they would maybe want to slow things down a little bit. It's all quite scattergun out there at the moment. As Rathka comes off her line, but the flag up for offside. Kramer trying to chase this down, given away by Langley. Oh, and trying to play the diagonal in to spring Armenta, but well defended again by the visitors. And Langley now on the attack, and it breaks through. Cameron Strain is in on goal. Can she seal this maybe? Big save from Rathka. She's had a couple of moments she might want to forget in her TSS debut, but that was a huge save from the German keeper. That's one of the reasons that she was the UNBC Female Athlete of the Year. Set a saves record for the programme as well. And she'll need to come up big in these closing minutes to not let Langley score. But you feel a third would definitely put this game to bed for Chelsea Hanneson's side. Kerr chips that one in, but there's nobody in a white shirt can get onto the end of it. Mesquiti trying to play that through to Strain, but it's well cut out by the Rovers. And they'll try and bring this one out. One back though by Megan Avery. Strain plays it out to the wing this time here to get a good cross in. Comes in to the near post. Too much on that, and it's going to take it behind for a TSS goal kick. 11 minutes left in this one. We had some late drama in the men's game earlier. Are we in for some late drama in this one? Brought down well by Shayla Phipps, but turned over by the Rovers. Langley now trying to get the third that might seal this. Mesquiti, she's been good in this second half, very involved in a lot of the offensive action. Jaden Jackson now. And Clark, already 2 goals to her name tonight, looking to see if she could get a third there. Didn't really have a lot of power to trouble Rathka with that shot. Langley gets set to make another substitution here. Bandel brings that down superbly. Plays it out here to Armenta. She plays this up the wing for Kramer. Kramer trying to turn Ava Temple, but the Langley captain recovers well. And that foul is going to go against Kramer, and Langley probably going to make their substitution now. And indeed they are. And making way is number 9, Cameron Strain. She's done a lot of running tonight. Number 10, Megan McDonald is coming on to see out the last 10 minutes or so. McDonald heading off for her first college season after this BCPL campaign. She's going out east to play with Queen's University Gales, product of the Premier Soccer Academy. TSS looks set to make another substitution imminently as well. They try to find their way back into this one, but they won't if they turn the ball over cheaply like that. Not too much harm done as they win it back. Bishop spins away with the ball, but the press here from Langley really putting TSS on the back foot. Now, we will get this Rovers... No, we won't get the Rovers substitution. The fourth official was all primed with his board there as the Rovers took that throw-in. Once again, the throw-in quickly taken by TSS. It's flicked up for Bandel. Her hold-up play has been good in this second half. It's out to the wing. A big crunch-in challenge coming in. TSS keen to quickly get on with it once again. But they just give it away cheaply in the end, and now they will let this one go out. Still waiting to make the substitution that's now going to turn into a double substitution for the Rovers in the closing moments. And that challenge against Ferrimo results in a free kick. And now the first substitution making way is the halftime sub, Kiki Armenta, the number 4. Coming on is number 20, Gianna Testini. Also making way, number 17, Sophie Campbell, who was tremendous in the first half. Coming on is number 3, Ava Berdani. Gianna Testini, 23-year-old, one of the members of TSS's Premier MWSL team. For Ava Berdani, the 18-year-old is heading down to the NCAA Division 1 with Oregon State Beavers after this BCPL season. Great school, a great area of Oregon as well, down in Corvallis. Very close to Newport down the coast, which I regularly head down to. Great university campus as well. I've had a wander around that, so Ava will have a fantastic time there. Berdani, a player that's come through Coquitlam Metroford, captained their youth team, played with Evolution last year. We'll see what she can add to TSS for the last 6 minutes here. Bandel wins that battle when Muschietti comes away with the ball as well. Threads that through, looking to try and play in Testini, but quickly off her line to deal with the danger was Sophia Piperni. McDonald trying to chase that down, put some pressure on the Rovers' defence, and Langley win it back once again. Turned over quickly though by both sides as Langley then get it back, and Lally will drive this one forward for the visitors. Still pushing, still looking to get that third goal that would surely put this game to bed. And the free kick goes the way of Langley. Megan Avery barged into there, getting the free kick just inside the TSS half. Into the last 3 minutes. Won't be too much stoppage time, I wouldn't really think, in this one. Rovers looking to make a late substitution when they can as well. Trying to add some vital spark. They'd settle for a point just now if they could get it. I'm sure they went into this one hoping to build on that good performance against Altitude. Come away with all three. Langley looking to continue their unbeaten start to the season and make it 2 wins out of 3. But Kramer wins it back. Springs Bandel. She's racing in on goal here. Cuts it back to the edge of the box. It is a great block. Langley have been so good with the defensive blocks tonight. You feel that should have been put away though by the Rovers. That looks like a wasted opportunity. Don't know if Bandel was in two minds as to whether to go for the shot herself or lay it off there. I think the hesitation made the shot not be on. How many more chances are TSS going to get? And just no power really from Farimo in that shot. Piperni will try and take as much time as she can. Remember, we have got the countdown rule in the league this year for goalkeepers keeping hold of the ball. The referee will give them a 5-second countdown if they've kept hold of it for too long. It's the through ball here for Kramer. TSS have numbers forward, and the reason Kramer looked like she was in acres of space is she was offside. I was like, that's a good burst of pace there from Sophia, but just a little bit too quick for her own good. Now we get another sub for TSS. Katie Bishop making way for the Rovers. Langley as well looking to make a sub, but they're going to hold on to that for now. Into the last 10 seconds of regulation. We'll keep an eye on the fourth official for how much time is going to get added on at the end here. Langley just want to keep hold of the ball in these closing moments. And as soon as I say that, Jaden Jackson just goes for a very ambitious long-range effort. We are now into stoppage time and get the substitution first for Langley. Going off is number 5, Simran Lally. Coming on for Langley is number 2, Zoe Black. We're just keeping an eye still on the 4th official here. He's to see how much time is going to get added on. And it hasn't been indicated, so we'll try and get some confirmation. And the 4th official indicating to the benches how much time to get added on. We'll just guess here in the commentary booth and at home as to how much time it's going to be. However long it's going to be, you can't imagine it's going to be too long here for TSS to try and find this equaliser. Langley have come to Swangard and done exactly what they needed to do. That one brings some oohs and ahs as Rathke went down, couldn't get to that one. And TSS will come forward once again. The Swangardians trying to cheer TSS over the line to find the equaliser. For Remo, she's had a quiet game so far. Threads that one through just ahead of Kramer. And Piperny quickly off her line to deal with the danger. We've had 2.5 minutes of stoppage time. It looked like the indication was it was going to be 3, maybe 4, from what I saw the TSS head coach hold his fingers up. If it's 3, we're almost there. If it's 4, we've got another minute to go. Clark on a hat-trick. Can she finish the evening in style? Avery now. And Jackson. It's a good ball into the middle, coming in there from Zoe Black. She's got the fresh legs just coming on. And Langley will take as long as they can over this corner. They'll maybe look to go short as well. And indeed they do. They'll just keep it in there. And that is the last action of this one. Langley United have come to Swangard and they've left with all 3 points, continuing their unbeaten start to the season. That's 2 wins and a draw now for Chelsea Hannison's side. A 2-1 victory over TSS tonight. Both the Langley goals, quick anticipation from Langley United on defensive errors by the Rovers. Both capitalised upon by Alyssa Clark. She made it 1-0 in the 28th minute, 2-0 in the 52nd. Sophia Kramer gave TSS some hope in the 69th minute, but it wasn't to be. It's been a great, entertaining evening of football here at Swangard. 2 victories for Langley United in the men and the women's division. I've been Michael McCall. Thank you for spending your Wednesday evening watching and supporting BCPL Soccer here on YouTube. Our next games of the week are next Friday, where May 1st, and it's going to be Kamloops United heading to this very same Swangard to take on TSS Rovers. I'll have the call for that one, and we'll catch you at the pitch again soon.